Follow the money. That's what I always say. You always follow the money. Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Paulie Howard on VSiN.
Here we go. Welcome in. Follow the Money on VSiN, the sports betting network. Mitch Moss along with Paulie Howard. We are live in downtown Vegas from the Circa Resort and Casino. Awesome 3-hour program lined up today. Jeff Seeley on the show. Best bets, John Deere Classic in 30 minutes. A ton to get into with Brian Geltzeiler. NBA action, Fast and Furious today in an hour. Mike Palm on the World Cup. USA action coming up tonight. Derek Heavy D. Hendrickson participated last year in the Nathan's Hot Dog Contest. Well, he's going to be in studio. And Dallin Cuff, who has been superb on soccer, to close up shop at 6:45 Eastern today. This is a very important, we think, 2-hour window here because up in Seattle, they just kicked off between Belgium and Senegal, and the winner of this match will move on and then potentially take on USA pending that result tonight as they get Bosnia at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific as they play in Santa Clara. Paulie, I'm hoping that we can both win our bets here. You have Belgium to advance, I believe is your bet overall, and I have I took Senegal pick in the first half at a price of plus 170. I'm a fan of these African nations. We saw it earlier today. The Congo was absolutely live to beat England pretty much that entire time. I think it should have been 2-0 at one point, but they had some woodwork on that. And I've liked them throughout all of these nations. But Belgium had chances, man, the first couple of matches, and then they busted out against New Zealand last time out.
BTTS is popular with a lot of people in this one, $1.10. That keeps cashing. I just think when they were up against it, they showed a great performance against New Zealand that they had to have 16 shots in the first half. Belgium to qualify. Also, De Bruyne over shots, not shots on target, shots. Because if you look at the first 3 matches, it's been ridiculous. While the goals weren't there in the first 2, they had exploded for 5 in the last win. The shots have been plentiful. So De Bruyne over. I know Meatman had a couple props that he likes as well. Sarr over a shot in this match. Some are expecting goals, but let's do some scouting as well, as hopefully we take on the winner Monday night.
My friend who I frequently go to games with up in Seattle, who's lived there his entire life, he's at the match today. I showed you a photo where he's sitting. Great tickets. It's also 102 degrees in Seattle.
No, it isn't.
He showed me a picture of his car, the thermometer, like the heat on his car that said 102 degrees and said, this is the closest we're going to get to Vegas probably in a long time. And I did not anticipate that for the forecast overall, but
yeah,
okay.
You're right. You nailed the first one. I mean, you thought Congo was live, and that was crazy. I mean, Harry Kane saved their bacon, and he was so good with his performance to score both goals. The final goal I retweeted, exquisite. I don't know how he could do that. The amount of sauce that was on that ball to put it over top shelf over the Congo keeper to give them the win and the lead. And Nigel and Meatman are not homers. And they are very critical of England's performance and thought they were dreadful, especially in the first half. That goal they allowed was inexcusable. I mean, for the keeper to get beat short side like that. But Congo was live and could have won, and they are shocked, as am I, with the price Sunday. Home match again for Mexico, yet to concede the whole tournament in 4 games, plus 250 to qualify. They couldn't believe it.
I stand corrected. It was a picture of something else. It was not. It's 68 degrees in Seattle right now, so that's my bad. I saw the photo and I'm like, it's 102. You got to be kidding me. Well, it was a joke. So, and I'm with you on that. Now, Harry Kane is going to be a superhero to England fans for how many generations coming up after doing that today. I mean, even if they don't advance beyond Mexico in their next match, for him to be able, they're down 1-0. It's not looking so hot at all for their side. Again, like I said a minute ago, I thought it easily could have been 2-0. And then about the 40th minute, give or take, the broadcasters kept talking about that should be a penalty. Harry Kane should get a PK. They didn't.
It should have been. I agree.
And they looked at it for like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And they decided it was not. So for him to get both of the header was also very good as well. Super athletic to get that in. But that match, I'm with you, Paulie, against Mexico. Now, I think people could also come back. Ecuador is a very good team. That looked too easy last night for Mexico against them to begin in the first half. And now people also pointing to Mexico's group that they had to get to last night was maybe the easiest out of anybody in the entire bunch. Okay.
Well, they'll score. I don't know if England will score. Mexico will. I mean, their defense has been lousy. They give up 2 against Croatia. Congo scores. Ghana almost beat them. And listless performance against Panama.
Yep.
So plus 250 to qualify. I think I agree with Nigel. That's a crazy price. But fantastic action. And the come from behind to win gets there again. It was 12-1 at Circa. You are up 55, 56 units now. Doing that the last 11, 12 days. It's nuts.
Well, did you notice what the price was on England right after they fell behind 1-0? They were, and now this is in 90 minutes and in, with the extra time, they were minus 135, minus 140. Yeah. Now you have to have the perfect storm happen.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying like
they
you could get 12-1.
They can explode. They can score. Yeah.
Sure. And so you're getting that, and they just keep coming. They keep popping left and right here in this tournament, where it should not be happening this frequently. I would not.
Those are big prices, man.
Yeah.
Those are big prices. They continue to come in. Who knows? Maybe it comes in this one too.
So
and maybe it'd be great if we could get the lead again early. It's phenomenal that we have scored early in all 3 matches here.
Yeah, U.S. so far 6 goals, 5.69 expected so far created. They've allowed 4, only 3.35 generated by opposing offenses. They've averaged 5 shots on target per match. For Bosnia, offensively, they've only had 2.18 expected goals, and they've had 4 total. So the expected goals much lower. They averaged 3.7 shots on target per game in the World Cup. They were really the match where they got some consistent offense was against Qatar, who allowed the second most expected goals in the tournament at 8.88.
Throw that out. That's right. We're getting carried away here, though. $8 to advance. These guys are not a joke. I mean, a lot of people take the plus a goal and a half here, but for us to be $8 now to advance and how carried away this line has been here, that's almost doubled. And remember, the line to win in 90 minutes was open $1.50. How crazy that's got here.
Sure.
So get that first one. Hopefully it's early again, and away we go. I mean, certainly when you look at body of work and resume, though, you have to love what Paraguay has done, and considering how impressive we were against them, and that Australia is still alive, and we made them look ridiculous.
Yeah. Chris Felica was on our show on Monday. We talked about the match with him then. He was also on a numbers game earlier today with Gil Alexander and Kelly Bidlin right here on VSiN, and he thinks Bosnia is not going to be a cupcake here for U.S.
This is not going to be an easy match tonight for the United States. Bosnia, ask Italy how fun it is to play Bosnia, thinking that you're going to get through and qualify for the World Cup, and you don't. They are a big team. They are a physical team. They are not very fast. I think that's an area that the U.S. can potentially try to exploit. But they're going to hunker in. They are going to be ready for a defensive battle. They are not going to make things easy. They are difficult to execute on in set pieces. So that will be something. Remember the U.S. with Berhalter, that last match, they had so many opportunities with some great crosses. I don't think they will have an advantage in the air like they did against Turkey. So I think the U.S. should advance, but do you want to lay $8 or whatever it is to do that? I certainly wouldn't. I think that would be a very uncomfortable 2 hours that I would not want to sit through. I just, again, kind of like I said with Congo, I don't know if Bosnia are capable of scoring. I mean, I know the U.S. has had that long stretch where they didn't concede against Australia, but they've conceded a bunch in all these matches. I just don't know if Bosnia will get open chances to be able to do it. Maybe they'll get a counter, maybe they'll get a set piece and be able to do it. The bet I like the most here is both teams to score no. I see a possibility for 0-0. I see a possibility for 1-0. I would be surprised if Bosnia did score. I mean, I wouldn't want to say disappointed, but I expect the U.S. to get through. But again, could this go to extra time? Yeah, I think it could. The difference from being the hunter to the hunted, it psychologically is a big deal. And Mauricio Pochettino referred to that the other day at the press conference, talking about how the mentality, and we've seen Germany go out and we've seen these big name teams really struggle with a lot of the expectations. And Bosnia has, I want to say a free roll, but basically free. We can take out the host nation tonight. And I think they're going to go out and they're going to play a very physical type game. Curious what the card prop might be or the foul prop, because it could be one of those two. It could be really, really physical, and depending on the officiating, I don't know who the official is for tonight. There's been a couple of things that in the group chat we've been able to give out, like once you learn who these officials are, is there a prop to play on cards or whatever? So fouls or cards might be something to look at once we see who the official is for tonight.
Very strong, thorough breakdown there by Chris the Bear Felica on the match coming up at 8 o'clock Eastern time. I will tell you, so he's expecting obviously very low scoring.
If we win in extra time, that's 12-1.
All right.
Yep.
USA, they've scored in 11 of their last 12 matches. They've scored 2+ in 8 of 10. They have scored 2+ in all 3 World Cup matches. Bosnia has allowed 2+ expected goals, 34th out of 48 teams. Bosnia has allowed at least 1 goal in all 3 World Cup matches. They're going to have a size advantage overall against the USA, but that actually came into play against Australia as well. And Australia was taller and bigger than Bosnia, and it did not affect Team USA at all. They had no problem there.
To go to penalties is 7-1. Can we do it again? Goal in the first 10, 4-1. Method of the first goal, shot minus 150, header plus 450, penalty plus 550. Own goal 25-1. It's happened twice already. Right. 2 of the 3 games.
And if they win tonight, they'll get the winner of this Senegal-Belgium match on Monday.
Yes.
And then if they win that, they get Spain on Friday when we're on the air next week.
Yes.
Oh, mama mia.
In my veins. Let's do it. Inject it.
NBA offseason, ultimate time in sports for things that make you go, And the Lakers had an extremely active day. We shall discuss next here on VSiN.
Let me get your attention real quick, podcast listeners. I've got something for you that almost feels too good to be true. First, credit where credit's due. If you're listening to this podcast, you're already leveling up your betting game. You're riding along with our best bets and top angles. And when there's a good game on, you're getting involved with a few props and alt markets as well. There's one more layer if you really want to step things up, and that's VSiN Pro. I've mentioned it before, but things are only getting better for our pro subscribers. We just rolled out our MLB prop projections, breaking down some of the best edges across strikeouts, hits, home runs, and more. And that's on top of everything else pro subscribers already get, including public betting splits, expert picks, and betting guides across the sports calendar. If you haven't tried it yet, stop sleeping on it. You can get your first month just $9.99 or save big with promo code POD26 on the annual subscription. Hit the link in the description and start cashing in with VSiN Pro. All right, back to the show.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Senegal had a golden opportunity that came up an inch short woodwork about a minute ago, and we remain scoreless right now in the 15th minute. A couple of notes in Major League Baseball. Yankees were up to no good again today, and then they got 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th to tie it up with the Tigers at 2 apiece. They were going to be, 5 straight games, 4 hits or fewer?
Thought that was going to be 6. 10th team since 1893. 4 hits or fewer, 5 in a row. No one he's done 6.
Unreal.
They had it. I don't know what's happened. I love the rant by Matt Humans and Will Hill about accountability, and this is a debacle what's happened. So they were historic, could have been historic what happened, but they rallied.
Also, there's this. The Cubs continue to play home run derby at home this week against the Padres. It's been warm. Winds have been blowing out. Swanson with 2 more today. Shout out to listener Lance, who's been firing on Swanson various ways every day since he's been hot. Conforto hit 1. Suzuki went deep today. He's got 3 RBIs. And this run by PCA continues.
Yes.
2 for 4 today. 3 ribbies, a home run, a stolen base, and 2 runs scored. What did you say before the show about the month?
June, what he accomplished in June was only been done by Lou Gehrig and Babe Ruth with his numbers.
That seems to be okay.
Yes. He had a 375 plus batting average, 775 slugging, 80 plus total bases, 15 walks, 10 home runs, 5 plus stolen bases. Ruth did it in 1920 twice. Lou Gehrig did it also June of 1930. Have a month, kid.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay, so news today in the association. A lot of it has to do with the Los Angeles Lakers. They were extremely active one day after we learned that LeBron said, no, I'm not going to come back. It's been real. Now, I'm not going to poo-poo all of this. I'm going to, give it a shot. I think they're going to be a little exciting. I don't think they're going to go anywhere in the West next year, but it's how Rob Pelinka and the front office actually got to this spot. So when the news came out today, Shams tweeted it. The Lakers got Walker Kessler, who I do like as a player, but he played 5 games last year, 58 the year before that, 64 and 74 his first 2 years in the league. They had to give up. Are you ready for this? An unprotected pick in 2031 and 2033 and first round swaps in 2028 and 2030. And then they signed him to a 4-year deal, $130 million. Look, I'm fine with getting Walker Kessler, but giving up that much? As Bobby Marks tweeted out, it was impossible for the Jazz to say no to that deal.
Yep. Pelinka's job was on the line, and he had to get either Duren or Kessler. They had all this cap space and money, and this is their big 3 for their foreseeable future. They are out of moves, and they made the team worse. They were better last year. Their big moves are Kessler. They gave what's more egregious is they gave $60 million to Grimes.
Yes, concur.
They could have had Oubre. They could have kept Smart. So they lose LeBron, Hachimura, Smart, and Kennard, and they add Kessler, Grimes, Sexton, and the guy from Toronto with the impossible name.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I know he had a good game in Los Angeles, but probably like Pelinka got on him because he had 20 and 6 in that game. So they're a lot younger, but I think the discussion needs to be had. Should you have given this deal to Austin Reeves? Because that's a ton of cash. So you're talking $500 million to these 3 guys. And there's no way you're beating OKC, and there's no way you're beating San Antonio barring an injury. Yeah, and that's the unfortunate thing, and that's where you're stuck the next couple of years now.
Yeah, and I would also say that they're not better than Minnesota. We'll see what Denver's going to do. If they make a good, maybe they get LeBron, maybe they get Jaylen Brown. They're probably not better than Denver. And, Houston made a couple of decent moves yesterday. Like the West, we'll see what Golden State's going to do. There's also this. So they now have no tradable first-round picks over the next 7 years. So this guy, Pelinka, was complete. He had Nico Harrison give him. He was gifted Luka. The skies parted for him. The miracle happened. Yeah, we'll take Anthony Davis. We'll make this work. Okay, really? Let's keep it under wraps so nobody else finds out about it. Yeah, okay, we can do that. Yeah, you think so? Because otherwise other teams would have given up a lot more than that. And this is how you operate now, and you have no... So they're going to have to get bailed out by another team in the NBA. They're going to have to get another deal like the Luka deal somehow. Another team's going to have to lose their minds to help out the Lakers, I think.
Well, the thing is, he's a winner, and he took Dallas to the conference finals, and he took Dallas to the NBA finals, and the roster wasn't that great. But the West also didn't look like this.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. So while the roster isn't that impressive, you have to consider 2 big boys where OKC and the Spurs are going to be studs and the top 2 seeds for, 5 years at least.
Mm-hmm.
And then Utah improved, and Portland's getting better. And we'll see what Minnesota does. Denver's a mess. I don't know what they're up to. But this is it's unfortunate what's happened because now they're stuck. And now it's to the point where you hope Luka retires a Laker. He's 27 years old. But this is you're not even close to these teams. You had a much better team last year, and I thought you were going to do damage in the playoffs if you were healthy. But it didn't go well when you played OKC in San Antonio. So now you made the team, you're worse with these moves, and you had all this cap space, and now you're out of moves for the foreseeable future.
Out.
There's nothing, your hands are tied.
I would say that if you go back before they got Luka, they were better off with LeBron and Anthony Davis and the players that they had on that team. And by the way, I know that's coming out after they landed Walker Kessler today. Anthony Davis basically told Pelinka, please, can you go out and get a center? Help me a little bit. And they never really did that. And then, because Anthony Davis responded to a tweet today from I don't even know who the person was, with like 5 laughing emojis. Like, yeah, that's pretty much what happened. And nothing, and now we're gone, and here's how you're going to operate?
Well, that's, come on. I mean, Anthony Davis can't get on a court. I mean, the guy's stuck in Washington, and that for him to put out that emoji is crazy.
I would also say, I got to question this move. Norman Powell to the Bulls.
Mm-hmm.
Now, God.
What's the problem?
Okay, so I think
2 years, $45 million.
But he could not have gotten that from a better team?
Oh, okay.
There wasn't a better team who's close to contending than Chicago, who would have offered him and had that space to offer him that much money. Norman Powell's a really nice player. I like the guy a lot.
20 a game. Yep.
Sure, he's absolutely reliable. He's a good three-point shooter. He's been the same guy for many, many years in his career. I would love to have Norman Powell on my team. The Heat. So I said yesterday I like the move to get Tim Hardaway. Not if they were going to lose Norman Powell.
Good there. Well, it was I didn't like the move. It was a good move because it was only $6 million.
Yeah, that's the reason. Sure.
And there's, I guess, more moves coming from Miami. Oubre to Indiana's a great move. Robinson to the Celtics. That hurts the Knicks.
That's a lot of money for him
because they lost the other guy they like too. So maybe can they get Ayton? I don't know what the plan is to help out at center. And now we're still waiting on what Denver could do. And Wendy's at it again with what Windhorst is throwing out there. And maybe there could be a big move coming, 2 moves maybe in Cleveland. And all the Denver fans are furious. And we'll talk to Chad Andrus later in the week about what are the Nuggets up to. I mean, you're going to get Joker some help here.
Yeah.
Free agency has started. You can wake them up.
It's amazing how Denver and Milwaukee, with 2 of the best players ever, and how they're pretty identical with how the front office is operated in their primes. And they have a combined 2 titles to show for it and 2 appearances in the NBA Finals. That's it. And they just both struggled big time to put the right teams and the right players around Joker and Giannis. Also, per the Dan Le Batard show, the LeBron thing to Miami is real. They've got a plan around Giannis that's about this year, specifically. How about you take a flyer on LeBron to go to some of these teams that are not named Golden State? And I think Miami's kind of high on the list, but a little bit lower because he wants to go to a contender and win and also be a little happy. Would you look elsewhere than Golden State?
Well, I said Miami, but that's I can't get there. Like a San Antonio or maybe even a Denver that Wendy threw out there. I don't know what Denver's. I still think the Jaylen Brown trade could happen there, but I would focus on Cleveland or Miami.
I would
LeBron, and I don't know Windhorst for him to throw that out there going before commercial break yesterday about what if the Cavs got Jaylen Brown and LeBron.
Sure,
if that could happen, that would be Mobley going back to Boston. For him to just throw that out there, maybe he knows something.
Yeah. But he threw out that, and he also threw out the scenario of Jaylen Brown maybe going to Denver as well. He's, piggybacking, I think, others who have maybe had that thought overall on getting it done. Tobias Harris, 2 years, $31 million with the Spurs. We're not the biggest Tobias Harris fans on the planet, but you got to tip your cap. That guy was really good last year in the playoffs.
Okay.
I don't know if that's going to carry over to and there's a woodwork again, and there's a goal.
Wow.
There's a goal by Senegal. 25th minute.
Buzzing. They were buzzing. You know what the in-play is now.
Do we go to the VAR here?
Was it clean?
I don't know, but you always got to be a little slow here.
Let me see if it's...
The shot almost went in off the post, and the guy's right there for the rebound.
Yep. All right. I'll give you the in-play here in a second when they post it. That they've been out playing them, no doubt about it. Circa football contests are open. You don't have to live in Las Vegas to play after your required in-person registration. Winner Circle Proxy handles your weekly submissions. You can make your picks anywhere in the country. It's VSiN's preferred proxy service. One trip to Vegas. Play all season long from anywhere. Schedule your appointment now. WinnerCircleProxy.com.
Oh, 2 guys had a shot with the header there. Goes off the post, and then the rebound is beautiful. They take a 1-0 lead here going into our break. Up next, we'll get some best bets at the John Deere Classic. Jeff Seeley's going to join. We'll talk about his model, outrights, placement bets.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Goal is good by Senegal. Now they're in the hydration break. 30th minute. They lead Belgium 1-0 up in Seattle. Right now, we go out to the Progressive guest line. We'll get some best bets here with analysis on the John Deere Classic. Jeff Seeley joins the program. Make sure you follow him on X. He is at Cutmaker Jeff. Good to have you on the program again, buddy. Thanks for the time. We appreciate that. Your best guess here for the winning score this week on this course is going to be what?
24 under.
Oh. Yeah. It's like that every year, right?
Well, and it's, obviously, look, it's going to be, it's a relatively easy track as it is to begin with, right? But for anybody who's in the Midwest right now who knows what we're going through here weather-wise, so while it stinks for the casual golfer to play golf, for anybody really to play golf in this, these are elite scoring conditions, right? Because in most cases, you got good humidity. The ball's going to hold. These are good scoring conditions. And it's funny. I played golf last weekend at my club here in Indy, and these guys were shooting 65, 66s, obviously very good players, but scores two or three shots better than they would normally. So I expect to have a really good scoring here. And I'm certainly going to be betting the under. I think it's 21 under or something right now is shown as the winning score. And I'm going to be betting under that because I think it'll be better than that this week.
Who starts your card with a couple guys at about 27-1?
Yeah, guys. So the Auburn kid, I mean, Jackson Kubin here really is an elite talent. I mean, I'm trying to remember the last time that somebody was this much of a can't miss who comes to mind. Victor Hovland's the first guy that came to mind for me. Oberg, probably close. The guy, obviously the top amateur in the world, may very well be his coming out party. I mean, and by coming out party, I mean tour win. He's already played here as an amateur, was T11 here last year. And guys, he gained 10 strokes putting here last year.
Oh boy.
So what's really encouraging is looking at his US Open. He gained in every single category in a very tough event. Matter of fact, he gained at least one category in every event, every category, and including 4 strokes tee to green. So tons to like here. Easy name to click at this price. I'm going to bet him to win. I'm probably going to bet him each way top 10, and I'll bet some top 20 here. So even like a ladder guy, love him a lot this week. And then another guy you could find at the same price, JT Poston. One of the things we know about this event really is that if you've had success here, it can be repeated. Ask Zach Johnson, 2-time winner. Not only has Poston had success here, he comes in with really good form. He's a former winner here and then followed it up with a T6 in 2023. Form-wise, he rode a hot putting to success at Memorial where he won and the U.S. Open where he finished T4. So you got good form plus good course vibes. I think he's a very logical play. I played him at 25-1 each way, 5 places in top 20. So I put him at basically 27-1, top 5, and then top 20.
You know what's crazy about this? Great breakdown there with Poston, a winner already this year, and also with his history here. Incredible, right? At the same odds as Koivu. Now, I heard Captain America Dave Ross today on VSiN by the Books when I was driving around. This will tell you how crazy the prices here are on this kid. He's betting Poston in a matchup at plus 105, and he goes, if I lose to the kid, I lose. But that's nuts when you really think about it.
Well, and again, guys, this is what I'm saying. I'm trying to remember a guy who comes in as this much of a can't miss, right? Like that tells you how good this guy's going to be. And again, like the names that come to mind really are Rahm, Hovland, and Oberg. And Oberg, we all know who Oberg is at this point, right? Again, Oberg is still like we're probably seeing 20% of what he's going to be. So yeah, I mean, he's going to be an elite talent. There's no question about it. And it's just how good is he going to be? How many is he going to win? And what if his ceiling is Victor Hovland? That's still a pretty good ceiling.
Yeah. All right. Work your way down the board a little bit here as we're talking to Jeff Seeley on the Progressive guest line. You have a couple more golfers here that are a little bit higher than 30-1.
Yeah, guys, I like Thor a lot this week. He's 33-1 and plus 145 top 20. That was the first bet I made this week. When I look at these mid-tier guys, I start looking at guys who are plus money on top 20. And Michael Thorbjornsen was, plus 145, the first name I clicked. Dating back to Thanksgiving, Thor's played in 17 events, has top 20s in 7 of them, including T16 to Charles Schwab in late May. One of those guys who's capable of gaining or losing in every single category. But if he gets hot, he can certainly gain across the board. You need someone who can make birdies. We know this guy can make birdies. But what's really encouraging for me is his form here. He's played here 3 times, has been T21, runner-up, and T17. Lots to like here. I love a top 20 play here for him. So I played him top 20 in the outright. And then, guys, I'm going to mention this before I played Tom Kim, but DraftKings has a boost this week. You can just $100, I think, is the most you can bet on it. But they do this boost where it's a top 20s parlay, and so you got to play 3 guys at least, and you can boost it 20 or 30%. I boosted all 3 Kims: Tom Kim, Chan Kim, and Michael Kim. The 3 Kims parlay boosted 43-1. So it is a really fun way to play this week. All three Kims to finish top 20 is going to pay you 43-1. So Tom Kim, 35-1, quietly found his way back in a solid form here. Yes, there's been some bumps along the way, but in the last 90 days, he's played 9 events, has 2 top 20s, a top 10, and a top 3 at the U.S. Open. So Tom Kim is finally getting back to being the Tom Kim we saw a few years ago. Only played this once last year, was completely lost off the tee, but played well enough elsewhere that he actually gained 1.5 strokes tee to green. Irons have been super dialed in for Tom Kim. Putting's been good. If he can just be neutral off the tee here, I think he can find himself in the hunt on Sunday. I played him 30-1 in the each way with 10 places, and I played him top 20. But man, I love that fun Kim parlay. And then I got 2 more bombs, guys. It's going to be a fun week.
I love the creativity there. Yeah. Okay. So the bombs, you like Andrew Novick around 55-1. Is that correct?
Yeah, he was T7 here last year, and he's made the cut in 3 out of 3 trips. So generally strong off the tee, despite what many will tell you. I think it's a highly predictive stat here. When he putts well, he has good results. I played him 35-1, and then 8 places each way, top 20 as well. And then, guys, Zach Johnson. This is crazy. Each way, 10 places, 110-1. I bet that at Bet365. In other words, bet him a little on the outright, but bet him top 10 at least. Lives on the course, 2-time winner. You're going to get a great price on Zach Johnson, top 10. I love him as the top 10 bomb this week. No one knows this course better than he does.
Hold on a second here. So I'm looking right now at the career earnings on the PGA Tour. Zach Johnson has made the 23rd most amount of money out of any golfer to ever play on the tour. I'll never get over this. More than $50 million, and he lives in the Quad Cities. I got to tell you, I got some mad respect here for this guy.
Wow.
Well, he's from Iowa. He
Sure.
played golf at Drake, right? And and it's kind of one of those things where wherever you're comfortable. So yeah, I mean it works for him. And again, but how are you giving 100-1 to this guy? Like he can certainly win here. He's done it twice. Yeah, I mean he's playing a ton of young guys and young bombers who should win. But can he grind out a top 10? Absolutely, he can.
A lot has been made about Tiger Woods, and rightfully so, with the fall from grace. What do you make of the Phil Mickelson story, where, according to Pat Perez's ex-wife, he took a picture of himself, sent it to him flexing naked, and then said, "Hey, I'll leave my door open for you later tonight if you want to come on by."
I haven't heard that since Paulie Howard at Bar Canada, I think a few years ago. I'm kidding. I'm obviously kidding. I think that's crazy. I mean, obviously it's been a phenomenal story, and I don't know if we're ever going to see or what we're going to see from Phil again, right? I mean, he's kind of a pariah here. I think the interesting thing will be, though, to see when he does, quote unquote, reemerge, what events we see him in again, who, where, why, what his reception is. I think Phil's one of those guys.
Yeah.
Well, as much as pariah as it's been right now, I don't know if we're going to. It'll be interesting because people have a tendency to forget with Phil. The guy's done a million different things. I mean, heck, you can look at his Vegas stories, right? He's done a million things. People seem to forget over time. And while he's kind of a pariah right now, I think you give it a year or two and get him another event, and so he makes a run.
Well,
I think people will forget.
I don't know about that. One media member, in terms of, said he couched it in terms of squandering goodwill and everyone loved you, compared him to O.J. Simpson. That tells you. But the other thing, how about this move? And what he did to his wife, he would give a kid his cell phone to drive around the course for 3 or 4 hours. So his wife thought he was playing golf while he was out gallivanting around town. How about that move?
That's next level. It's pretty next level. I know. Oh, and again, I mean, I don't think anything really surprised you with Phil at this point. But again, I think it's one of those things where people have a way of forgetting these things over time. And if he actually has it now, he's old enough now and he's far enough removed from some of this stuff that I don't know that he's really going to be that relevant again. But if he is, you never know. But I'll say this: he makes for good news.
That is one thing for sure. You can follow Jeff on X at Cutmaker Jeff. Thanks, pal. Best of luck this week.
Thanks, fellas.
Win, lose up next. Paulie's going to run down some huge numbers that cashed in Major League Baseball and the World Cup coming up next.
Some, Lose Some is sponsored by the Sharp Plays.
Were you a winner last night?
Wow, winning.
Or was it a rough one?
Well, they can't all be winners, can they?
Loser! You're a loser!
Paulie Howard recaps the night in sports betting in Win Some, Lose Some.
Bangers Mitch was talking about. Justin Emery, producer here, does a great job. Said it was the second highest ticket he's seen. Will Hill offers it every day. Most strikeouts. Cavale 30-1. He was awesome last night in the win. And then the trash talk and the benches cleared. But daily specials always most strikeouts and most runs offered.
He tracks us every day.
Yes.
Every week, every month. Here are the official numbers for June. The average winning number of Ks was 9.89.
Okay.
So you need to be in that 9-10 range to win. And the average odds on a daily basis for the whole month are about 14-1.
Excellent. Not bad.
Yeah.
Most runs, Marlins 8-1. Most wins in June, Marlins 80-1. Cashed here at Circa. Mariners 160 up to $2. Witt 42-1 to hit 2 bombs at DraftKings. Swanson 38-1. Great job. Listener Lance had 40.
And he did it again today.
Yeah. Green 33-1. Tatis 28-1. World Cup final earlier today. England team to come from behind after trailing 12-1. You're up 55, 56 units the last 11 days if you're betting that at Circa or every match at DraftKings.
Oh, are you ready for this? I just saw a ticker come across. It's 22-3 Cubs.
That's
in the eighth?
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. Swanson did it again.
3 home runs?
I don't even know how much money Listener Lance has made on him today.
Yeah, he was betting RBIs and total bases and home runs.
And he was adding more as he kept hitting home runs today. So Swanson's current stat line in this game, 3 for 5, 3 home runs, 8 RBIs, 4 runs scored. I think Lance maybe made like 20,000 today.
Oh, my God.
Hope I'm not outing him. Like people,
He tweeted out.
Yeah, he's okay.
Holy. That was last week in the doubleheader. He had 11 RBIs.
Yeah.
Have yourself a week.
Oh, wow.
BTTS plus 180. 2-1 England, 9-1. Goal in the first 10 plus 430. France 3-0 plus 775. Mexico 2-0, 11-1. Red card plus 550. You cover up your mouth. You know what's going to happen. There's cameras everywhere. What are they thinking? What's that guy thinking? That's an automatic red card.
Yep.
Mexico to win by shutout, 2-1. Yet to concede in the tournament. Should be able to get England at home Sunday. WNBA, the Liberty from 3 up to 7. No Wilson, and the Liberty got there. Subscribe, be part of the team. VSiN.com, our radio and podcast friends. You always want to see these tweets and videos. At Paulie Does Vegas on Instagram. Send them in. We'll put you on. I believe you sent this in. I cannot believe this. The dog senses something is wrong. He's at home on the couch. This is the Ring camera. And he jumps off the couch. Moments later, the ceiling collapses where he was sitting. He heard the crack and he heard the noise. And look at that. Saved his life.
Oh, I definitely did not send this one in. This is the first time I've seen it.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Lucky escape. I believe it was in Dallas. He stands up. He's like, what's that noise? Something's off. Jumps off the couch. Moments later, the collapse.
Oh, they are so smart. It's unreal.
Wow. Excellent. This guy is a character as well. Before we get to that, look at this scene last night.
Unreal. I can't get enough of it.
Yeah. Mexico City. I know Anthony Irwin, who's on tomorrow, covers the Lakers, tweeted this out, but the scene after they won and advanced to the round of 16, right out of a movie.
It looks like Disneyland times 10.
That's well said. Yes. That is awesome. And the curse is broken. Good job, Mexico. This guy protecting the home as the guy's washing the windows. Little bulldog here. Chubby fellow jumping up and down. What are you trying to come in? I'm going to try to grab you.
He can't even jump.
What he's doing now, you can't get a newspaper under him. Send that to me. Send that, Luke. I got to put that on Instagram. Look, how many toys does he have, too? That's the other thing. Look at all the toys on the ground that the kid's got. And look, he can't even get off the ground where he's trying to jump and play. Little guy with the front porch getting up there. Chubby fella. That's excellent. Yankees come back, force extra innings, but lose again. They've lost 7 in a row. Cannot hit. 2 runs, 6-2 Tigers. Bad beat, Mexico, Ecuador over 2. Or 2-0 if you wanted a big payout. 2-0 in the 31st minute. Nothing the rest of the way. Sports calendar never stops. Sharp Plays covers it all. Winning for 15 straight years. When they move, the books take notice. Advanced AI, trusted insider intel. They find the value before the numbers shift. Respected, watched, and feared. And they collect info from sources and bettors worldwide across all sports and send it out to subscribers in real time and get on that Telegram and start winning with them now. Sharpplays.com.
We are in plus 5 minutes here before halftime. It's 1-0 Senegal still. They're trying to get to halftime. This is going to be a kick here for Belgium. And it's deflected by the defense by Senegal. And let's get to break here. We can still win both these bets. Again, I have Senegal halftime plus 170 at Pick'em, and you have Belgium to advance. This would be, by the way, potentially here, another team to come back and win.
Yeah.
And what did that pay?
That firepower, 10-1.
10-1 on that one here?
And it's 10-1.
Okay.
USA is be 12. But draw in play 2-1. To go to extra time. To go to penalties is plus 550. To win on penalties, Belgium 13-1, Senegal 15-1.
Okay.
That's updated right now. You can bet it.
How about Belgium at that number to win on penalties at this point?
Yeah. I could see 1-1.
Go to 1-1 in extras?
Plenty of chances.
I took a flyer earlier today when it was 1-0 Congo, and I don't remember the exact minute mark that I bet it, but I took some England to win in penalties. At, I think it was 11-1 and 14-1 were available.
Not bad.
I took a little bit of that, but then they got one late again by Harry, and Harry was just outstanding today. Good for him. And now, here's a question about their next match against Mexico. Is Mexico going to be too popular?
The price is outrageous. If they beat you, so be it. It's just England has not looked good. They have not looked the part. They have not played well. They almost lost to Ghana. They could have lost to Congo. They gave up 2 to Croatia. Mexico will score. Mexico's at home, and they haven't allowed a goal the whole tournament. How are they plus 250 to qualify?
Well, and
how about plus a half minus 150? There's another one.
Yeah, and
they'd lock you down.
Do we factor in some sort of kind of major home field or home pitch advantage here for Mexico in that match compared to like almost any other match that we're going to get in the World Cup? I mean, USA playing is going to be massive, and if they keep advancing, my God, if they're playing Spain next week when we're on the air at whatever would be 1:00 our time, that would be bonkers. But
yeah, see what Nigel says Friday. Nigel not happy. Not happy.
And
the meat man doesn't think it's going to go well for him either. They were stunned when the price came out immediately. So those are 2 heavyweight matchups on Sunday. That's great.
Yep.
Good to start. Now, what's going to happen here with Jaylen Brown? I can't wait to talk to Geltz, because Bobby Marks was on his show when he said that. But now they're going to have to significantly lower their offer if they want to move him.
So do they settle then?
I don't think you can work this out. As I said yesterday, I don't think you can put the toothpaste back in a tube. I don't think there's any coming back. Now, he hasn't demanded a trade, according to reports, but they're hardcore shopping him now. But with Portland out and the Clippers out, you're kind of running out of teams. I like Charlotte. I like Denver. I like Atlanta, but I don't. And still, I would love the Cavs deal. Like if they want to give up Mobley, but this is really bizarre how they have butchered this.
Sure, I would be all in if Windhorst was onto something the other day on ESPN when they're going to a commercial break and he decided to lay out the biggest tease ever in that show's history.
Right.
He's like, "What if I rearranged here your projected targets here?" And he was talking to Kendrick Perkins. He goes, "I'm gonna tell you, move Jaylen Brown to the Cavaliers, and what if I told you LeBron was going to go with him?" Okay. Like LeBron can still play.
Oh, absolutely.
He's
awesome.
He's no doubt about it. He can. JVT brought up today, LeBron would be incredible for Minnesota, and I would agree with that.
That will not happen.
No, it will not happen. But
he would lose his mind with Ann and Ball.
Probably.
Yeah.
But him playing power forward there with that team, I think that'd be outstanding for Minnesota.
Well, once they figured out how to play together.
Yeah.
And he wasn't used to that, but also he wasn't a great fit with the Lakers too.
Yeah, that's right.
Because Luka needs the ball, but he was awesome when they beat the Rockets in the playoffs.
Yeah, no question he was. I mean, he would have been the MVP of that series if I recall correctly, right?
But I like the Denver smoke. I mean, that's all. He respects Joker so much, and he has the relationship with the ownership there in Denver.
Oh, I would. Again, I'm talking about like watching these teams on TV, Paul. You're not going to watch Denver play every game with LeBron and Joker?
I got to see who they keep, though. That's all. But see if they got to make a trade. They have to do. I also thought the Lakers were going to get Watson as well, and I don't know where he's going to wind up because he's a clutch guy also. But but people are all over the Lakers in Pelinka. This is rough. This is you are stuck for like 5 years. This is your team.
Yeah, I honestly think that I'm willing to give it a shot with how this is going to look on the court.
Yeah, Luka's a star.
And Luka's, yeah, right.
Yeah, but looking back now, if I had to do it all over again, I can't give Reeves that much money.
I know.
It handcuffs you.
Yeah, how they got to this point today, I'm sorry, you have to give it an F grade.
Concerns about the defense and how many shooters do you have?
Yeah, I know.
Grimes, $60 million.
$60 million for that guy. We'll continue talking about the association. Brian Seiler is going to join the program, SiriusXM NBA Radio. What does he make of the Lakers' day today? We'll ask him next year on VSiN.